Of WCXO Sports. WCXO Sports. Since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors presents Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin' Sports is powered by Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery in Carlisle. Talkin' Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. McKendree University in Lebanon. Sieber Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin' Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talkin' Sports. Rip here in the Birdwatch and Health Mart Studio for a Monday. Coming up this evening, we're going to bounce the basketball a couple of times. First with Central Girls coach Nathan Reeder, and later on with one of his former players. And now she's with the St. Louis University Billikens, Kendra Wilkin. Plus, as always, on a Monday, we have the Easy and Travel Little Augie's Pizza Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week. And that comes about midway through the proceedings or so. But first, we begin with Scores and Stuff, which is brought to you by Mid-Eastern Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Carlisle, the hometown source for residential and commercial work. And on the Johnston Jewelers guest line, we stretch it out for the deep south of Carlisle, no doubt to Carl's Cave for Carl Durkis. Carl, welcome back.
How are you doing this evening, Rip?
I'm doing okay. Are you in the Carl Cave?
I am. As a matter of fact, I just ventured down. Just
happened to be there. All right. Well, let's see what we can trick up here on Scores and Stuff. And this may be the first time but I'm just going to throw out the National Football League first. Give them a little bit of due here since they're en route to the Super Bowl. I'm not watching, but I'm paying it. You can't help but pay attention to stuff, but I'm not. Anyway, they're set for the Super without me. It's the Patriots again and the Eagles. That didn't even go my way. I was hoping for the small market teams to get in there for the most the ratings to be as dimmed as pitifully as they could be, but New England, they crawled back and won again. Brady's still Brady, bad hand or not.
You gotta tip your hat to him because he just does it every time. I don't know if until some controversy comes out that they did something, but there was controversy over a few calls yesterday.
Was there?
Like always, yeah, there was a fumble and whatever things tend to go their way. There was a whistle blown, and there you go.
And the pass interference, I saw that on the highlights.
Yeah,
that was kind of wacko. Anyway,
yeah,
New England moves on. The Jaguars had their shot the way it sounds, and they quit trying. They played not to lose. That's the info I seem to have gotten. Why do they do that? It never works out against them.
It's usually called prevent a victory defense, isn't it?
Yep, prevent defense. They're going to score for sure. And then the Eagles just plastered the Vikings. The Vikings scored first, though, so they had that going for them.
They did. And I sure wonder who that quarterback was for the Eagles because I didn't see him when he was over here a few years back.
Well, look at all the ex-Rams, Nick Foles and Case Keenum, and who else? I'm leaving somebody obvious out. But,
Danny Amendola.
Amendola as far as receiver for the Pats too.
Right.
And they played that game without Gronk, didn't he? He got concussed. First half?
Yeah, second quarter he got his bell rung. Had a pretty good hit on him,
but he looked the same as always. How could you tell?
Well, he's always like
a little
he might
goofy.
Be in the days. Yeah, he does tend to be a little bit. That's usually after a good night out.
He's I can vouch for some of that myself, but he is quite the player, though. So anyway, it's all set. Super Bowl 52 at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and I don't think I'll catch more than a glimpse or two, but I will be at a you might call it a Super Bowl gathering. I think. I'm not even sure about that. I'm not sure if that's going to come off, and I'm not worried about it, to tell you the truth.
No, but usually it's full of good appetizers, and people watch the commercials, and it's the all deal like that. You know, more people pay attention to the commercials. Of course, they're like everyone's loud until they come on, and it's like, listen.
And that's been the case in many, way before the last couple of years of this mess. I mean, if they really took, I mean, even the parties I go to where most everybody is a sports fan and a football fan, but how many of those, if you really count up the people that are paying attention to the game, I mean, come on, it's minuscule.
It's
and now
day to be just eating and drinking usually.
Yeah, drinking and eating, if you want to go that way.
Yeah, that too.
No particular order, right?
No, it's all good.
Couple coaching hires. The Cardinals grabbed Steve Wilkes, and then the Jersey Giants have teamed up with Pat Shermer now that Minnesota's out. Okay, so that concludes the NFL, unless you have something you want to add in memoriam.
I'm good.
Quarterback Jeff George Jr., just like his dad, he transfers. He goes from Illinois. We hardly knew him, Carl.
I know, and I really think he was the chance if they had no O-line, so he didn't have any time, and I think he's got an arm like his dad.
Boy, his dad had what a rifle.
Yeah. Sometimes he didn't know where it was going.
But he was exciting.
But he sure could throw it. I mean, he had a good career, and especially at Illinois. You know, I mean, well, he transferred from Purdue that time because he
transferred a lot in the pros too, didn't he?
He did transfer a lot after a while. Yeah, after his stock went up, and he was the number 1 overall, and you know there's something there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and the kid looked good. I thought he looked good at times, you know, and then you get pressured and get out of sorts, and you just don't perform as well as you would if you had a big old brick wall in front of you.
Crouch is leaving too, so they started 10 of the 12 games. They're left with I suppose a sophomore right now for next year, and whoever else they get.
That's probably what they wanted anyway.
Is that right?
I'm thinking because they want the, what do they call it, the dual threat?
Do they?
You know, the way it seems to me, that's
somebody who can't do either thing. Somebody who can't do either thing.
That means they
good.
can't do two things, right?
I'll never forget that interview I heard with Bob Gibson many, many years ago, talking about a kid in camp, spring training. Buck was interviewing him, and I can't remember the guy's name, or I would say it, I just can't remember. But yeah, he was struggling the year before, and Gibby was talking to him, and he said, I said, what do you throw? What kind of? And he reels off 5 pitches. You know, I throw this, I throw that. He says, well, let me give you a little advice. Why don't you try and concentrate on throwing 2 pitches well instead of 5 pitches poorly?
Nice.
You know?
Yeah.
And I cannot think of who that was. I doubt if he made it because.
Well, pride.
Gibby was probably right on target. Speaking of baseball, what's your opinion? I'm not too fond of the trade that sent Randall Grichuk off to the Great White North.
Yeah, I gathered that. I figured the way I took it, you were kind of a Grichuk fan, and I'm kind of on the other side of the fence.
Yes.
But I figure that they were going to keep him since they got rid of Piscotty and and the other guys, and I thought he would be a very serviceable 4th outfielder. He wasn't going to be a starter here.
At least not at the outset. Who knows?
Not at the outset.
Wasn't even going to. Well, he didn't even make the team, and you don't know how.
He's only had one good year. He could be.
He's had one good year.
Exactly
right, and he's the next Willie Mays. I mean,
and he's not like he's 22 either.
29, I guess.
He's
right?
29, right?
Yeah.
But hey.
I hope he does well. I'm all for him.
Yeah,
he was
absolutely.
their MVP last year, but even with that, why wouldn't you want? Why make the trade, especially now? I mean, what was the rush? You got Harrison Bader. He's at 85 at bats with very mixed results. O'Neill's yet to set foot in the major leagues. Martinez is a career minor leaguer who did well last year. Again, that's good. Yeah. That's fine. But, that Piscotty, Mags, all of a sudden this outfield logjam is pretty much busted up. And they better hope that I hope it does too. I hope it works out for him. But Gritchick is just 26. He has all of the tools. He can do everything. The only thing he's been short at is in batting average as far as the points there.
Struck out a lot, right?
Well, everybody strikes out a lot.
That's true. They do a lot of.
Yeah, that's been thrown at me before. And who doesn't strike out a lot? That's
very true.
Okay. Good luck to Gritch and good luck to the Cardinals on that. I just see.
Maybe their bullpen's going to be better.
Well, there we go. Because it takes 5 or 6 guys at least to close out a game nowadays.
Yep. You got to get the starter through the 5th and then bring them in.
And with their starting pitching, they have Martinez and let's hope.
Yep.
Wayno's old. Who knows? Waka. He's about ready to break down again. Who's this guy from Japan? Miles?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do.
Yeah,
but
right.
I don't know about him.
He's a real.
Never did anything in the big leagues.
Luke Weaver looks like a very talented young kid, but that's it. And he'll only be able to throw so many innings, and
maybe Flaherty will be better.
Yeah, maybe. And he'll only be able to throw so much. And one of those 2 guys would be hurt because they're not used to it. And
right. And Reyes won't be ready.
Boy, there's the guy. That's who they really missed. Well, and Lance Lynn, of course, they won't sign him. So
no, bullheaded there, aren't they?
My goodness, sign him.
And this would be his second year after the Tommy John. So they say the second year is always better than the first year. And he had a pretty good year last year for coming off that surgery.
No, he did real well. And it's going to be what is the deal, man? These free agents just with pitching, Lynn, Arrieta, Darvish, nobody's signing these guys.
No, but Milwaukee's a player now in the U Darvish. Apparently, it was announced today.
That. And Darvish even said that on Twitter.
Yeah, somewhere and
it was in Japanese. So I don't know. It had to be trained.
Yeah. Well, so why don't? Is he waiting for the biggest offer? I would imagine.
Well, sure.
That's how that is right now.
Yeah.
But pitchers and catchers, when do they report? Less than a month.
Yeah.
Right?
4 weeks. They're there.
Yeah.
And some of this is being held up by Bryce Harper, I guarantee. At the end of this season, he's a free agent, and whoever gets him, whoever thinks they're in play for him, a very few teams, I realize, but that's going to take a load of jack to claim him, and they're going to get by as best as they can in terms of years and money with maybe like J.D. Martinez or Hosmer, Moustakas, whatever, and who can blame them? That luxury tax does come into play.
Yeah, and Machado was available next year too.
I know.
I believe,
it's a better crew there.
A lot of money.
The Blues are up and down, and you must have went Saturday. It sounds like you.
No, I did not.
Okay.
No, I sure didn't. But
I didn't see that one, but I didn't miss anything, huh?
Absolutely not. But I didn't either because I was unavailable to see it. But I kept getting the updates on the phone, and it was. Bing, bing.
I saw where you were questionable.
Yeah, I was. It was a game-time decision, and I couldn't make it.
Well, the bad thing, they lost 5-2 to Zona, and they were down 5-0 in a heartbeat. But,
yeah, and that's only the worst team in the league. I mean,
true.
as the records show.
Let the records show.
Yeah, I mean, there it is.
But I don't get so bent out of shape about you're going to lose some.
Right.
I get that, but it happens in baseball all the time. It's just so obvious in hockey. You don't play quite as much, and it's easier to say, take a look and glance down and man, that guy's not working hard. He's not skating hard or whatever.
Right.
But it's also hard to give that 100% all the time in hockey.
It's all going to get better.
Yeah.
It's all going to get better because Schwartz is coming back, and they're just going to turn it around. I hope they can.
He has been awful valuable for him, hasn't he?
Apparently, yeah. I mean, he has been. And when he turned it on last year at the end of the season, they clicked better, and then he just carried it over into this year. And then he gets the injury that didn't look like a whole lot, but it broke his foot or ankle, whatever it was. So
yeah, on second, I think he's beat up a little bit. Here's a game I'm going to skip. It's going to be brutal, man. The Illini host the Michigan State Spartans tonight.
Oh, come on. It's like it's like a train wreck. You're going to have to turn it on.
And they're now the number 6 rated team in the country. And Illinois just got rolled by 25 by a bad Badgers team Friday night.
Yeah. Underwood, I bet he might, I don't know if he's second guessing or himself, but
no, he's not. He's liking the money and everything else.
Yeah, that's true too.
No, I hope the best for him, and I like him. Man, but this, I didn't. Well, I didn't think this would be a very good team this year, but I didn't know it was going to be. They're 0-7 in league play.
Yeah, they've had some bad years in the past, but they've always won a couple games at home in the Big Ten. You know,
and I guess their recruiting for next year right now isn't exactly all it was supposed to be, huh?
Yeah, and they need some. I think their guard situation is good, and the guy. Yeah, we think. I like that Frazier, and they do need a wide body in there to just clean house, because LaRon Black is a pleasant surprise from the last couple years. You know, he was battling injuries and stuff, but he's a darn good player.
Should I turn it on tonight? What's it going to be on the Big Ten Network?
That's a good question. I'm sure I'll find it somewhere. I don't know.
I'll check my local listings.
Check your local listings and you'll find it.
Okay.
Actually, it's on Fox Sports 1.
Really? Fox Sports? Yeah. Okay. They're trying to hide it. John Rahm won in golf. That's on the men's side. Jerry Kelly won the seniors and so forth. The Australian Open is still going on. And that's about it. I think we have to split, Carl.
Oh.
Sorry about that. But
how time flies when you're having fun, you know?
The sands of the hourglass, or at least of the 20-minute glass, have run dry.
That's how life goes, you know? Enjoy it while you got it.
No, you know it. All right, well, good to touch base with you again, Carl. Enjoy the Carl K for the Illini and more. Maybe you can bring a big upset victory tonight. I don't really think so.
It's coming tonight.
I'm going 17.
You heard it here first.
Michigan State plus 17. That's my call.
Ouch. Okay.
Hey, what do I know? I just know the Illini are 0-7 and 10-10. They've beaten one good team, Missouri.
And the record shows it, right?
Let the record show it. You are what your record says you are.
You are.
Was that Herb or Edwards or who?
I am not sure, but that's
let's go.
Very valuable words to live by.
Okay. Hey, thanks a bunch. We'll see you somewhere at some point.
Sounds great. Have a good evening.
That was Carl on the Johnson Jewelers guest line and a part of Scores and Stuff. The big part of Scores and Stuff brought to you by Mideastern Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. In Carlisle, the hometown source for residential and commercial work. Nathan Reeder's next.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordykeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Hello, sports fans. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio. Let's tee up the Johnson Jewelers guest line for Central High girls basketball coach Nathan Reeder. Nathan, welcome back.
Hey, Rip, how you doing this evening?
Doing just fine. I believe you are too. I mean, while your team it didn't capture the Highland Invitational, not the gold, man, you made a strong bid for. Congrats on copping second place at Highland Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, thanks, Rip. Certainly, it was an exciting tournament for the girls. We were, very pleased with the way we played and up until the championship game. And obviously, we didn't accomplish what we had set out to do. But, you got to tip your cap to a really quality O'Fallon team. And, I thought we played them really tough. For the most part, we just didn't get off to a very good start. And it's tough to kind of crawl out of that hole.
Yeah, and your kids did. I mean, they played hard, too. And you took the O'Fallon Lady Panthers to the brink. I mean, it had to be especially gratifying, especially after that start. I mean, they rolled out to a 10-point advantage. As I reflect back, it seems like pretty quick.
Yeah, we didn't do the greatest job coming out of the locker room. We tried to do something a little different defensively, and didn't really execute it very well. Probably in the looking back in hindsight, we probably should have just kind of stuck with what we'd been doing. But, I didn't really feel like we matched up the greatest with them. They just have so many different weapons and so much size and quickness. I thought, we could maybe try to do something a little different. It didn't work out. And we were, unfortunately, we gave up, I think, 4 layups pretty quickly. I think we were down 8-2, within the first couple minutes of the game. And, that kind of caught our kids off by surprise a little bit, and it was tough for us to catch up. But like you said, they played really hard and kind of fought and clawed and battled their way back into the game, and we finally got it back to 1 point. We just had a few things just kind of go against us, not go our way, unfortunately, and we weren't able to get over the hump. And you were within range, even at half, just behind by 9. And as you're well aware, and I don't know, you tell me if you got the totals on hand or in your mind, just a few made free throws would have went a long way to really making that nice and tight at the halftime break, but they just would not fall. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no doubt. The game we won Wednesday night against Civic Memorial, we were, I believe, 12-16 from the free throw line, something along those lines, in 75-80% range. And then, in the game against O'Fallon, we were 2 of 10, 2 of 11, something like that. So, you're not going to be a quality opponent shooting 20% from the free throw line. I don't care if you're playing in Pee Wee or college basketball. Yeah. You can't shoot 20% from the free throw line and win a game. And, we certainly haven't been shooting the ball from the free throw line much better this year. Unfortunately, that kind of reared its ugly head Saturday afternoon. Although you did beat the Lakers the other night, I saw where they shot 14% from the foul stripe and still won. Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, see, I guess you can shoot that poorly and win in the NBA. But apparently. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just, it's one of those things where, not only did our free throws not fall, but we were really abysmal from 2-point range Saturday as well. I believe we finished the game somewhere in the neighborhood of like 24% from 2-point range. We had a lot of close-in opportunities that didn't fall. And, partially that's due to the length and athleticism they had around the basket. And, partially that's just, due to us probably being a little bit tired, a little bit, fatigued, not concentrating like we needed to be, and just not making some shots we needed to be making to win a game like that. It all pours into it. But still, when you came out for the third quarter, you jolted O'Fallon with 8 quick points in the third there. And so something must have sunk into with what you told him during that halftime pause, huh? Yeah, I mean, I think I talked to him about, hey, look, you didn't start off well, and I kind of took the blame for that. And, I'm not too proud to say I don't make mistakes from time to time. And I told him, hey, despite the fact that, we let them get the lead they got, for the most part, you've played them very even. And look at how we shot it from the floor. Look at how we shot it from the free throw line. And, you're still down only 3 possessions. And just come out and play the way you've been playing. And a few shots will fall, and, we'll figure it out. And I think they took that to heart, and it kind of made them relax a little bit. Went out there, and like you said, they cut that lead down to a very, very slim margin very quickly. And I guess you got within 1 at one point late, right? 20. I don't know how late it was anymore. 24-23, I guess. Well, that was in that third. That was after that run, wasn't it? Yeah, like midway through the third quarter, we cut it to 1, and then I think they had like an and 1 and a 3, like bang, bang, just like that, and they got it right back up to 7-8 points. And like I said, we just couldn't get it over the hump, and it was unfortunate. I felt like if we were able to, tie the game up or take a lead, I think that would have really been huge for our kids and their confidence. And I think it probably would have, kind of shaken O'Fallon a little bit as well. But unfortunately for us, that never happened. And as we sit here now, we've got a second place trophy in our case instead of a championship trophy. But nevertheless, it was an excellent tournament for the girls. Obviously playing quality opponents, getting us ready for the stretch run here, and I couldn't be prouder of the girls than I am.
I think you did trace it down to 3 points or so quite a bit later on in the game. But, yes, the Lady Panthers, a quality team for sure. They won the Wcxo Invitational. Now they win this one as they beat you 50-43 Saturday afternoon. But you posted wins over Triad, Oakville, and that game against Civic Memorial, that must have been something. All those were en route, of course, to that championship stand.
Yeah, that was one of the more memorable games I've been involved with in quite a while. Obviously, Civic's program speaks for itself, the successes that they've had. That being said, our girls were excited about the game. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I thought we were going to win, but I felt good about how we were going to come out and compete. I feel good about how we come out and compete every night because of how hard the group plays and how well they play defensively. You play defense the way we play and you rebound the basketball the way we rebound it, you're going to have a chance to win most nights. And I felt good about it. Obviously it was going to take a few things to go our way, and Civic didn't have a very good shooting night. And as I said earlier, we shot the ball very well, especially from the free throw line. And that was really a huge key to the game is us handling their pressure. We turned the ball over only 14 times, and we shot, like I said, somewhere 75-80% from the free throw line. And when you do that against a team like that and rebound the way we rebounded, and we were the beneficiary of being in the right place a couple of times with the ball away and didn't back down from them. And I'm not sure that they're used to having teams not back down from them.
Well, they found out you will not back down, so that's great. And hey, it's going to help them out later on too, probably. But two of your players, Faye Meisner and also Carson Newkirk, they boarded on the all-tournament boat.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of them. Obviously, both of them did win the tournament. I thought Liv Wesselman had a strong case to make the all-tournament team as well. And the team that finishes second's not going to get 3 kids on for sure. Right. But I was proud of Faye. Her play consistently throughout the tournament was good, and I really thought Liv played consistently well also. And it was one of those things where we had strong play out of our top 7, at points all throughout the tournament. In order to make that kind of a run in a tournament like that, you have to have contributions from everybody. And when people were in foul trouble, other people stepped up, and it was just a really good thing to see the kids that come off the bench for us continue to play, quality minutes. And obviously when you can rely on your 7th player to go out there and do some things that most other teams have starters can't do, that makes your team pretty good.
That's big, and that 6th and 7th, and maybe 8th, whatever, will come in handy yet before this campaign is over again.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt about it.
By the way, our area, much like the Wcxo Invitational, the near area, so forth, all showed up pretty well at Highland too. I mean, Salem and Oakville, they were in the money games on Saturday. And Mater Dei, Carlisle, Nashville, they all made pushes. Of course, Highland in the 3rd place game, boy, that's a quality group too. So again, just a really solid tournament, as good as they come.
Yeah, no doubt. The girls basketball in the Metro is, it's excellent. I mean, I certainly, you see the way, we compete night in and night out, and a lot of those other teams you just mentioned, and you talk about other teams coming from a little further out to come play in that tournament, like a T-Town, for example, who's been, really strong all year long, but they just don't have the benefit of being in the geographic location we're in where they can play some of the consistent competition we do night in and night out, and they come down here and, play some of these teams that they don't get to play, and they find out, hey, we've got some work to do if we want to get to where we want to go. But, that's part of the reason why they come down here too.
Exactly. Yeah. And your branch now 18-3 on the season. Coaches always will, and that's good. You always want to push your kids and make them better and work harder and all that, but it's tough to find much fault with anything they're doing, huh? How'd that practice go today, Nathan?
Yeah, we're working on some stuff right now. I just stepped out. Coach Schumachter's got them, but it's going well. And it's a rare off Monday evening for the girls, but I think they earned it, and I think some of them are still a bit sore and tired from the week last week. That tournament certainly takes a lot out of you. It's important to let them recover a little bit too. So we're not going very hard tonight. We're just getting some shooting in and kind of sprucing up our out of bounds plays and things like that, and getting ready for the stretch run.
That's right. That stretch drive it's here now. I mean, it's unbelievable, and that includes, of course, the remaining Cahokia Conference games. And while you've won 18 overall, you're a perfect 5-0, sizzling in the Cahokia, and you have Carlisle Thursday night here, and it's the 2nd time around against the Lady Indians.
Yeah, we got Carlisle Thursday at Carlisle, and obviously it's pretty well documented by now that they're a much improved squad over a year ago. Darren's done a great job with those girls. They're playing hard for them and winning ball games, and certainly they'll be ready for us, and we need to get ready for them, and we're looking forward to the opportunity to go over there and play against another quality opponent.
And that is it for this week, right? Just the one contest?
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Carlisle this week. Yeah, no doubt about it. We used to actually play. We used to actually play on this Monday night.
You used to play Oakville. That's right.
Yeah.
And sometimes you played them in the championship or third place or in the semis over at Highland. But
that was the game. we decided we better get rid of that. That's not really in the best interest of either program to play, as many games in that short period of time than turn around and play another game on that Monday night. So thankfully we were able to get that moved off that date.
Yeah, that does seem a bit much. So, but hey, congratulations again on second. You and the girls, of course, did a great job, and the whole coaching staff. And we'll see where you go from here, man. Keep it going. We'll talk later on.
All right, Rip, thanks a lot. And I'd also like to wish the best of luck to the Bartelzo and Albers girls coming up here this week. I know they have to play each other, but that's an awesome accomplishment for them, and represent the area well, as always. Thanks, Rip. Have a good night.
Oh, by the way, your little ones,
yes,
they're growing up.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, I just found out.
Yeah. All right. They're a lot of fun. All right, we'll see you, Rip.
See ya.
All right.
Nathan Reeder of the Breeze Central girls basketball team, Central Cougars, and second place. Great job over there at the Highland Invitational. Let's pause. Let's do that. Let's take another break. Then we'll come on back with the Prep Athlete of the Week.
Companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here.
When wearing contacts, you shouldn't even be able to feel them. If they're uncomfortable or feeling dry, come see us at Lebanon Optometric Center or Breeze Family Vision Center. We'll find the right contacts for you, whether it's multifocal, astigmatism, daily disposables, or hybrid lenses. Don't suffer through contacts that are just fine. We have all the major brands to choose from, and with locations in Breeze and Lebanon, if you damage or tear your contacts, we can replace them right away. Start seeing clearer today with a little help from Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center.
We know that every driver is different and one-size policy does not fit all. That's why Country Financial offers a variety of discounts so you get the coverage you need and the savings you deserve. From good driver to good student, multi-policy to multi-car, you've got a discount to suit every driver. Come see us at our new location in Breeze or call me, Keith Wilkin, at 526-1179 or Teresa Richards at 526-1100 today to see what you could save.
A Shell expert is underwater to demonstrate the importance of protection. My partner will play your engine, menaced by performance-robbing gunk, and playing the engine gunk, 3 man-eating sharks. Don't worry, folks. His shark cage represents Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines. Release the sharks! All 3 grades of Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines act as a barrier that helps shield and protect critical engine parts. So go ahead, folks. Protect your engine with Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines.
Fill up at your area clean and convenient CC Food Mart locations.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
Thanks for circling on back to us. We're up here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio. Your time is 6:35. And that was brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. Off we go for the Athlete of the Week.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. You're the best.
The Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Easy In Travel and Breeze. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel and Breeze. Call 526-2201 and by Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze. The choice for pizza, pasta, and more. Call 526-7040.
Our athlete is Westland Warriors hoopster Hunter Ottensmeyer. Yeah, it was a tough choice. A lot of good candidates, but Hunter, a 6'5" senior, pumped in 76 points. He grabbed over 20 rebounds as the Warriors won the Oakville Invitational with a 4-1, 4-0 record. Westland won the tourney finale Saturday, 50-45, over the homestanding Rockets. The Warriors are now 17-2. So congratulations to Hunter Ottensmeyer. He'll receive a $10 gift certificate to Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze. Don't touch that dial. More to come, including Kendra Wilkin from the St. Louis Basketball Billikens.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Southern Bus and Mobility is your Bronability dealer in Breeze. Southern Bus and Mobility stocks the most popular wheelchair-accessible vans from Bronability, including lowered-floor minivans with side or rear entry ramps. In addition to personal wheelchair vans, Southern Bus and Mobility has a huge line of commercial buses, school buses, and mobility products to buy or rent. They also sell and can install wheelchair scooter lifts, hand controls, and special turning seats. Call 526-4131. Stop by east of Breeze on Old Route 50 or southernbusandmobility.com.
Scientists say the universe is random. Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back inside again, the Birdwatch Health Mart studio on a Monday night. This is Rip. Congratulations, of course, to all of the Midwinter Tournament winners. Asheville won its own tourney, the NIT. The Western Warriors, as we said, captured the Oakville Invite. Carlisle rallied for a 3-2 record at the Benton Invitational, and the Centralia Orphans won the SIT, which reminds me, we'll have Orphans basketball coach Lee Bennett on. He'll be one of our guests on Wednesday night. And again, kudos to all of those players who earned all tournament honors, too. All is good, and all is done for the Midwinter Classics. Tonight, after talking sports, at around, I don't know, just stick around, 7:15, 7:20 in that area. It's high school basketball from Mater Dei as the Lady Knights host the Salem Lady Wildcats, the again, around 7:15, 7:20. So prep action on the dial then. One more time out. We've got to burn it. Use them or lose them. And then it's Kendra Wilkin on Talking Sports. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
Winter has brought about change for 12 Oaks Vineyard. During the winter months, our tasting room is open by reservation only. So please gather your family and friends and call us at 594-7459 to make your reservations. 12 Oaks Vineyard wine can also be purchased at Hoffman Supermarket, Carlisle IGA, and the Columbian Club in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard at 18975 Vogel Road, just 3 miles south of Carlisle, and at 12oaksvineyard.com.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, State Farm agent Steve Klosterman, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with the Klosterman Agency handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies can earn you discounts and actually help you get ahead. Call or email me, State Farm agent Steve Klosterman, and get to a better state with State Farm.
Get unhungry for only $5 at your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's. Dig into the $5 All-Star Meal with 4 different meals to choose from, like the Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger and Spicy Chicken Sandwich, with natural cut fries, a fresh baked chocolate chip cookie, and a 20-ounce drink. Pick a $5 All-Star Meal today from your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's, plus the entire Red Burrito menu. Get unhungry at your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's.
What were we thinking when we designed the station? I'll tell you. We were thinking it takes all sorts to make a world.
Max 96.7.
We have cornered that last break. We are back inside the Birdwatch and Health Mart studio for a Monday. Again, every Monday and Wednesday, 6 until 7. Saturday mornings, 9 to 10. Year-round, the Monday and Wednesday through May or thereabouts. We have heard from Carl Durkis from the Carl Cave and also from Nathan Reeder and the Centralia Cougars basketball team. And now we go to one of his former players. All the way over to St. Louis we go. On the Johnston Jewelers guest line for Billikens basketball player, Bartelzo's own Kendra Wilkin. Kendra, welcome back.
Hi, Rip. How are you?
I'm doing fine. You doing okay over there?
I'm doing just fine.
All right. All is good. We're making a habit out of this. I know you're at, I think you're on our last maybe anniversary show at Bartelzo, and you've been on ever since. So let's talk some hoops with you, Kendra. You and your teammates, I suppose maybe I would be. You're still celebrating after a very good win yesterday. You zipped past St. Joseph's 96-73 at Chaffetz.
Yeah, we played a really good game against St. Joe. It was our pink out game, so we had a lot of fans there. So it was just a great atmosphere to play in, and we all played really good as a team. And yeah, it was a great win for us. We really needed that win for our conference play.
You're not kidding about that crowd. I watched nearly the entire game on your website, and then I saw the attendance later was announced at over 6,300 somewhere in there. I don't know what do you normally draw, Kendra? 2 or I'm not sure.
I mean, we probably draw at least close to maybe 1,000, maybe under that. I'm not sure.
Right around, sure.
But I think out of the conference we have the highest attendance rate. So I mean that's pretty good for us.
Yeah, that's why I was edging up even, because I always thought SLU did pretty well in that department.
Yep.
So, but the game against St. Joseph, it was close sledding through the first half pretty much, but you broke it open in that third stanza.
Yeah, I mean, St. Joe's a really aggressive and physical team, and once we kind of got past that part of, knowing how to play them and make sure that we were rebounding and playing really good and intense defense, once we got into the flow of that sort of game, we really pulled away and had a lot of good offense against them also.
96 points. That is a load, and you scored 20 plus in every period. I don't imagine you've done that this year, have you?
Have
you come close?
Well, one of our games, I think
you put up some points against some teams. I will say that.
Yeah, so. I think Lipscomb. I think we might have scored like 101.
Oh my goodness!
Somewhere around there.
I missed out on that one.
Yeah,
yes.
So
I see it 101-57. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, we're really good offensive team. It's sometimes we just struggle on defense and rebounding. That's where it hurts us sometimes.
Well, your coach that was her 100th win, Lisa Stone at St. Louis, and she had to love that offensive explosion yesterday, though. And you cashed in on the action as well. 9 minutes is what the official count was, but you scored 5 points, and you hauled in 3 rebounds as well.
Yeah, it was a good game for all of us posts, actually. I think all 3, me, Maddie, and Tara all scored. So, I mean, it was just a good day for us. Our post coach was really happy with the way all of us played. And, yeah, I mean, all around it was a good day for us.
Who works with you then?
Coach Ty Morgenthaler.
I think, Morgan. That's actually, yeah. Has he been around there both of your years or?
Yeah, his first year was my freshman year. Yeah.
Okay. Incidentally, I think although it was physical at times, even when it got a little spread out as far as the points margin, but I think you might have deserved 1 or 2 more strolls to the foul line, don't you? Huh?
Yeah. I mean, that's how the refs can be iffy sometimes, but yeah, I got called for a couple fouls too that I didn't know for sure, but
Well, one of those for sure was after you thought you got hacked, and it was a little which I can see. You got a little frustrated.
But you just got to roll with the calls sometimes. So
You're right. And another Clinton County girl, Carlisle's Paige Rockers, she notched 16 markers and dished out, I believe, a career-high 4 assists.
Yeah, she's been having some really good games. I think she started 3 of our past games. I mean, she's been a great shooter, great teammate. I actually room with her
I thought
here
you
at
did.
SLU. Yeah, so I mean, we've become pretty best friends here, and she's just an
you
awesome
didn't like her before, did you? did you? When she
I
was playing
wouldn't
for
say I
Carlisle?
didn't like her. I was so good acquaintances with her for
Okay.
sure. I mean, I didn't know her super well, but obviously whenever I came to SLU, she was someone that I always got to talk to, and now I've become best friends with her.
Okay,
So yeah,
we'll
it's
go
been
with
awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
I suppose that's what happened. But and
Yeah.
I am so happy for her too. And this is where your career is going. But she has really deserved this. She went to Michigan, transferred, had to sit out and all, but it's come full circle now where she's in that starting five, and it's super.
Yeah, I mean, she's been through a lot, and anytime if I'm struggling on the court or in school, I always have her to talk to. She's pretty much been through it all, like with transferring and coming to a whole nother different school and, everything. So she's just been someone that I've been able to talk to about anything, and she's very experienced, and she deserves what kind of time she's getting on the court and how great she's doing. I'm super happy for her.
Nothing changes, man. She can still pop those threes. I see. She
Yeah, it's
leads,
like a layup almost.
leads the charge there at 40%,
Yeah.
and she's fourth on the team in the points per game. So all that Jackie Kemp as we move along to her though. There's another.
Yeah.
She's really fun to watch. I've seen her before. I've seen you guys play before, but now she's a senior as well, correct?
Yeah, she's a senior. She's fun to play with. She's a great leader on the court. She definitely knows the game. She has a great basketball IQ, and she'll tell me some things that I need to do when I'm down there. And she doesn't even play my position. She just knows the game really, really well. So, I mean, she's a great player.
May have a future coach there. Who knows? But a bit more on the team as a whole. I mean, you've really made great strides. Now you've won 6 out of your last 8 games. 4 of those have been conference wins in that Atlantic 10.
Yeah, we've been on the road quite a bit actually, and so some of those road games we didn't do as well as we thought we would do, but now we're coming back. We're winning games, and I mean, like against St. Joe, we really needed that win, kind of just as a boost for confidence going into our next games. Because going against Fordham on the road and stuff, I mean, it was a great game and everything. It's just kind of hard to play at Fordham. It's just one of those places that it's hard to play at.
You're in the Bronx.
Yeah,
everything's tough there, from what I understand.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but that was
I think we have them again.
You do.
Soon. I think so. So hopefully we can get a win over them. So
you also have Dayton another time, and I hope for you will hope for a better. They must be a pretty fabulous, huh? I mean, they corked you pretty good there, 176.
Yeah, I mean, they're just a powerhouse. Their posts, I mean, they rebound really, really well. That's the one thing that we really struggled with, was rebounding. So that's what we've been focusing on in practice. I think they had like 30 points off second chance baskets, something like that. I'm not sure if that's exactly true, but they're just, and then their guards, they can shoot, they can drive, they can do everything. So they're really good, but they're beatable. So hopefully the next time we play them, we can beat them.
7-0 right now, 14 wins on the year. Duquesne has won 16 overall, and they're still they have an unblemished record. You'll have them coming up at your place. But you talk about stuff like that. How much game tape do you watch before you go, especially the first time? And some of these teams you only play once in conference because there are 14 teams in the A10s, like everything else. But do you watch quite a bit of tape?
Yeah, like about 2 days before our game, we'll watch around like 30 minutes to 45 minutes of film on the team that are the coach that has that team. They'll prepare for us, and then if we want more film on the player that we're going to be guarding or potentially guarding,
they'll break
you
that
go
down.
to your like your position coach, and he'll break down video of just that girl, like what kind of moves she makes,
Wow.
what like her tendencies are, and all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, we watch a lot of film, but a lot of it's on focusing on us too. We have to focus on our offense and defense and how we guard and how we rebound and all that stuff.
A lot of film. Do you get popcorn with those films, Kendra? Or-
No, I wish we did. I like
Bummer.
popcorn, but we don't.
Bring that up in the next meeting. I'll bring that up.
Yeah, I'll see how that goes.
Hey, I can't remember who won the championship last year in the league.
Dayton won
Dayton did?
overall.
Okay.
Yeah, even before the conference tournament, they were ranked first, and then whenever we went to our conference tournament, they won that also. So.
And were you in the middle of the pack, or what do you think, Kendra? As far as the
Wait. I mean, as a team, we were second last year.
You were second,
but
okay.
yeah, because we played them in the championship of the conference tournament, and we lost. Yeah.
All
So then we went on to the WNIT.
Okay, this is Kendra Wilkin is with us from Bartels, and of course the Central High grad, all-stater, all that good stuff. And you've seen some terrific teams in league play already, and outside early in the I guess so-called preseason portion. Missouri, they're still really good, aren't they?
Yeah, Missouri's a very good team. We played at Mizzou this year, and actually we had them. I mean, it was a good game pretty much until the middle of the fourth quarter, and then they kind of towards the end we had to start fouling and stuff. But I mean, we were hanging with them pretty good. But now I don't even know what they're ranked right now. But they've been beating some really good teams. Well, I mean, that's good for them.
Yeah, through the years they've always been pretty good, and it doesn't seem like I've heard as much about them this year. I don't know, but that was just that was a 12-point game there as far as that goes. And Washington State, I take they were pretty. Must have been really good, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to play. That's like one of those places that's really hard to play at their place.
Were there,
and, I mean, they came out shooting like they were making everything, and we didn't play that great of defense, to be honest with you, and our offense wasn't doing too much for us. It was just one of those games where they were really on and we weren't, and they beat us pretty well. I don't remember the score, but it was pretty bad, I think.
I've seen worse, so no.
Yeah.
That's not that crazy floor now. I always get that one mixed up. What kind of the Washington State's court? That's not the one that looks camouflage. Is that
no,
Oregon?
That's Oregon. Yeah, that's Oregon.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I can't get that. I saw it just recently. I can't get it out of my mind. I don't know. Looks terrible to me. But Chicago, you went to Chicago for a tournament, and then Las Vegas. How about that? How'd you do at the craps table?
I can't. I'm only 19, so.
But you did okay on the floor. You split a pair of games against Cleveland State and also LSU, so that's not too shabby.
No, not too bad at all. So I mean, it was a fun place to play, and our coach is really good about letting us go see things. After we'd have practice, and then we'd have a couple hours off. So she let us go down to the strip and see some cool things. So, just getting to play basketball and going to see other things like that. I mean, it's all about the experience. So that was really cool.
Chances are you saw some unusual things too.
Yeah, there were some different things that we weren't expecting that happened, but
we're not in Bartels or Kansas anymore, right, Kendra?
Not at all. Yeah, not
that's
at
good.
all.
You have to see. You have to do more than just play.
Exactly.
Taking that entire field trip there. We're with Kendra Wilkin for a few more minutes on Talkin' Sports. So let's get back to you and your season, just a sophomore, and everybody. You're competitive, man. You want to play and play as often as possible. But overall, with 2 years in front of you yet, and maybe chasing a player or two, you're pretty satisfied with the amount of time you're getting.
Yeah, I mean, as a sophomore, we're very senior oriented. Very, we have 6 seniors and I think 3 juniors. So we're very veteran when it comes to that. So I'm pretty much just waiting for my time.
Right.
I'm being a great teammate, try go my hardest in practice, make them better and also make myself better. And, anytime they need me to go in the game, I try to do as good as I can and, just help the team as much as possible.
Madison or Maddie Gitz, she is one of those, I guess, who would be ahead of you, right? And she's a senior at 6'4". Good player.
Yeah, she's a great player. She's one of those finesse post players. She's actually one of my best friends on my team too. So I get to talk to her a lot about stuff like that. And, just I'm hearing from her experience. It's pretty much been the same way for her. She got to play some her freshman year and a little bit more her sophomore year and then more her junior year. And now she's starting her senior year. So she's always just telling me to keep up what I'm doing and that it'll definitely pay off. It'll keep.
The other one I remember, I guess, is Tara Ducharme. She's
from Minnesota. 6'5".
6'5", yeah. So
yeah.
You 3 are in there a little bit with your own set of rules, your own rotation.
Yeah, Maddie starts and she starts and she probably plays quite a few minutes, and Tara goes in next, and Tara's just one of those girls that she's big, she's tall enough, big enough to go in there, and she holds her ground down there, so she does pretty well finishing around the basket. And I go in there and kind of do the same thing, just do as best as I can and give Maddie a little bit of a breather for her whenever she needs it.
Maddie Gitz is a rebounding machine, and you've got a chance you've got those capabilities too here when you hit that surface several more minutes per game, and that's ahead, but you want to do as well as you can. You're contributing, and you feel that way now, right?
Yeah. And I've been known for my rebounding. Like my coach tells me all the time at practice, like, you keep rebounding like this, like you're going to see more time. Like, I'm known for doing that. And that's what I've been getting into more games now than I was a little bit earlier in the season. Cause now we're focusing on rebounding. Cause that's why we lost to people like Dayton, Fordham. So I'm starting to get into games more for my rebounding capabilities.
Right.
And I like that. And that's perfectly fine with me.
That's great. Yeah. You're rebounding, you're scoring when you get to, chance to take some shots or off the stickbacks or whatever. And canning those free throws too, which is all important.
Yeah, for sure.
You were mad. Yes. You missed that first, I think the front end of a 2-shot foul, didn't you?
Yeah. Cause we practice free throws every day in practice. It's just one of those things that you shouldn't miss. They're for free. So.
Well, it's good. Now Paige was out there, I believe, on the lane at the time. What'd she give us some inside baseball, if you will? What'd she say to you after that miss?
Oh,
because
it's
you hit the next
things.
one.
Yeah, she's always up there just giving me a little bit extra confidence, saying I'll hit the next one and just shoot them like you did in practice, kind of thing. She's always has a positive outlook on stuff. So
full of energy.
Yeah, right.
I wish I could steal some of that.
Yeah.
But it's too late for me, Kendra, but not for you. And you've got a lot of season left this year, plus 2. And for this Division I, it's something, isn't it? It is the ultimate, and it's competition at every turn, not just in the games, but I'm sure in practice, you go at it real hard, especially, with Maddie Gitz and Tara Ducharme and maybe another one or two as well, as you vie for more playing time.
Yeah, practices are always competitive. If it's not, our coaches get upset. Like, that's not what's going to help us win games if it's not competitive. So, every day in practice, we're going against each other, and sometimes it sucks, but it always makes us better. And, in October, when you practice for a month and you're not getting any games, that's when we all start, it's frustrating, but it helps us. So, so practices are very competitive every day. But there's no really days off if you look at it in that kind of way. So.
And now you're off to the District of Columbia, basically for 2, Fairfax and D.C., George Mason and George. Play all the Georges. So what do you expect from those two opponents?
George Mason is pretty good this year. I'm not sure where they're ranked right now, but they have a girl that was a redshirt last year, but she played at UConn before this. So
that says a lot, just being on that roster.
Yeah, right. And so she's a pretty good post player, a bigger, taller girl. So that's one of their leading scorers, and I think they have some good guards also. So they'll be a handful, but we could beat them if we play well over there. And George Washington, I'm not sure where they're ranked either. We haven't really gotten too much on them, but at this point, you really can't look past anyone.
You're pretty much all together in league play, but Mason has they forked out 15 wins on the season, so I'm sure that'd be. And how many make the playoffs? And you're not assured of anything, right? As far as making the league tournament, not everybody. They take 8, 10.
I'm not really sure how many. I know once you win your conference, then you go, and then I think it matters what your RPI is after that.
But Kendra, as far as just into the league tournament itself. Not everybody qualifies for that either, right?
No,
not with 14
I think
teams.
I think it's 12. I thought you were talking about the NCAA tournament.
Still take 12 though, huh?
I think so. I could be wrong though.
Okay, no, we'll go with that. I'm not going to fact check you. No, I believe you, Kendra. Hey, did you do any, or did you have practice today, or did you shoot around, or nothing? Since you just played yesterday.
Yeah, well, we had today off,
Okay.
but some of us post players just went in there and got some shots up and ran just a little bit, nothing too much. And then tomorrow we have practice early in the morning, and we leave pretty much until Saturday.
Yeah.
So we pretty much missed this whole week of school. So.
Tutors, computers.
Yep, just professors that'll do anything if we ask them. You know, do we email them, ask them what they need, and we'll do it for them. So
amazing.
Yeah.
You have a lot on the plate.
yeah, it's fun though, especially since we're going to Washington D.C. and getting to see some stuff while we're playing there too.
You have seen seen much more than the arenas, haven't you?
Yeah, and whenever we were in New York when we played Fordham, we were supposed to go see a lot of stuff because we were there for about 3 or 4 days. But that was when that snowstorm hit pretty hard.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, so we didn't get to see much, but we saw Rockefeller Plaza, I think, and that was pretty much it because it was cold and our coach didn't want us to get sick. So
you'll catch him next year, maybe. So
yeah.
Okay.
So
Kendra, appreciate your time. Okay, thanks for coming on again, and good luck the rest of the way. Tell Paige hello, and we're coming after her next. But
okay,
have a good finish. You have several weeks left. Okay.
Yep. Thanks, Rip.
See ya.
Always a pleasure. All right. See ya.
Kendra Wilkin of the St. Louis U basketball Billikens. Our thanks to her and also to Nathan Reeder and Carl Durkis, too. There's high school basketball en route here on Max 96.7. Lee Bennett, one of our guests on Wednesday night on Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery in Carlisle. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College.